Oh, sure, you want me to fly away like
The day we met, frozen I have right from the start. I knew that I'd found a home for my heart beats fast, colors and promises. How to be brave? How can I love when I'm afraid to love? But watching you stand up, all of my doubt suddenly goes away. I have died every day waiting for you. Darling, don't be afraid. I have loved you for 1,000 years. I love you for 1,000 more. What's standing in front of me? Every breath, every this, one step
Somewhere in this service we neglected to say when we were going to ask who gives this woman to this man. Well, I do. I'm her dad. It's a kind of an informal way of introducing myself. Corey asked me to officiate, and so I have become a minister for the Universal Life Church. And it's going to be my privilege to perform this marriage ceremony. One of the first things they taught us is that whenever two or more are gathered, I have the privilege to pick up an offering. I'm also somewhat of a comedian. At this time, we do have a reading from Corinthians by Megan and Connor.
If I speak in the tongues of men and of angels, but have not love, I am a noisy gong or a clanging cymbal. And if I have a prophetic powers and understand all mysteries and all knowledge, and if I have all faith so as to remove mountains, but have not love, I am nothing. If I give away all I have, and if I deliver up my body to be burned, but have not love, I gain nothing. Love is patient and kind. Love does not envy or boast. It is not arrogant or rude. It does not insist on its own way. It is not irritable or resentful. It does not rejoice at wrongdoing, but rejoices with the truth. Love bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, endures all things.
Love never ends. As for prophecies, they will pass away. As for tongues, they will cease. As for knowledge, it will pass away. For we know in part, and we know prophecy in part. But when the perfect comes, the partial will pass away. When I was a child, I spoke like a child. I thought like a child, I reasoned like a child. When I became a man, I gave up childish ways. For now we see in a mirror dimly, but then face to face. Now I know in part that I shall know fully, even as I have been fully known.
So now faith, hope, and love abide, these three, but the greatest of these is love.
Thank you, sir.
Taken from this picture. This is the place of proposal captured in a moment of time under the shelter of that tree. A tree which changes with the seasons, adapting to the elements around it. Its life-sustaining roots growing ever deeper and stronger. Grown from a small seed such as these, as it weathered the storms, it matured to the point of producing its own seeds, seeds of possibility. This special tree is doing what God designed it to do. As T.S. Eliot said, you don't build a tree, you grow it. More precious to God, the originator and designer of marriage, and to those of us gathered here, is the commitment Todd and Corey made to each other on that day. This day is the day of their planting in the bonds of marriage. The greatest assurance that their marriage will grow and mature through the years, regardless of the storms they may face, is their daily application of the love they profess to each other. Their love is not the kind of love as defined by the world, which is a feeling dependent upon circumstances, upon whether self is satisfied, often sowing seeds of destruction. That kind of love does not endure when the winds of adversity blow, because its roots are shallow. No, the love that will sustain them is a choice they made, a sacrifice for the good of another, centered on the needs and welfare of the one loved. This love is of God, for love is the essence of God. It was demonstrated in the life of Christ as he walked the earth, and seen most vividly in his willingness to die on the cross for the sins of the world. John 3:16, for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whoever believes in him shall not perish, but have everlasting life. The tree upon which Christ died could not claim him, for he arose and sent the Spirit of truth to abide in those who believe, so that it is possible for mere sinful mortals like us to seek to love as God loves. Not yet with perfection, of course, but heaven is for real. And one day, our love will become pure. Until then, in any relationship, but especially within marriage, deep roots of Christ-like love can be grown. Verses 4 through 8 of 1 Corinthians describes in a personified way what love does. Love suffers long and is kind. Yes, it feels like suffering when we don't get our own way or if we're not in control, when we would rather retaliate instead of responding in kindness, seeking first to mellow the situation. Love does not brag or envy. It is not arrogant. Love does not behave rudely. We see too much of that today. No, love does not seeking its own way, always wanting its own way. Love is not provoked. It refuses to be goaded into anger or indignation, but rather gives time for wisdom to mediate, so that the response is not just raw emotion. Love keeps no records of wrong. Love never says, I'll forgive you, but I won't forget. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices in the truth. Love is a safe place in which to be vulnerable, to find healing from past or present hurts or sins. There is honest, compassionate dialogue and embracing acceptance that enables a moving past and a growing beyond the sometimes tangled roots of our own lives. Love believes all things. There is an ever-present attitude of trust. Love always hopes, even if the one loved does not respond in kind. Because love endures all things, it perseveres in any adversity or provocation, for it ever seeks to bring out the best in the other. Todd and Corey, may roots of Christ-like love grow ever deeper, richer within your marriage, and bear the mature, joyful fruits of a lasting commitment. As God loves you, so love each other. Be a blessing and be blessed.
my training as a minister for the Universal Life Church says that we concentrate the ring. We're going to do that. We're going to do it, but there has to be a little history about these rings. As we mentioned that tree. Well, the way the proposal took place, I'll give you just a brief rundown. They were at the, well, first of all, Corey, as all of us, just love the thought of an individual tree up on the hillside. That perfect tree, right? It just catches your eye and you say, wow, look at that. That's perfect. Well, she fell in love with this tree through a book. And the book was nothing but pictures of this tree. So one day, almost a year ago, Todd takes Corey to see that tree. She didn't know where it was at the time, or she'd never been there. But Todd got permission from the owner to go there and hang a hammock in that tree. And they would spend the night there. At some point during that stay, they're out underneath the tree. Corey gets distracted and is looking around and says something about the tree, and Todd says, well, yeah, you never know what you might find here. And he reaches up and he takes Corey's ring out of the tree. And he proposed to her there. Now, isn't that a lovely story? Now it's still going, because now Corey provides a ring for Todd. And I have to mention, both these rings are made of wood. So when we're going to pass them around here a little bit. When Corey got Todd's ring made, she actually had a piece of that tree sent to her. She gave it to the artisan that made those rings, along with a rock that had special meaning for them. That rock was crushed up and it's a band of stone in the center of that ring. A very unique process and a very individualistic ring. That's the history of the rings and how they came about. I'm going to pass these rings through the crowd. I want you to keep them together and just say a word. Hold them in your hand. Don't rub them together because they're very fragile. And just say something. Wish them happiness, love, peace, prosperity. A great father-in-law for Todd. Dad for, well, anyhow, you get the picture. But make it very brief and pass them around.
Inside my skin, there is this vein. It twists and turns, it bleeds and aches. Inside my heart, there's an empty room. It's waiting for lightning. It's waiting for you. And I am wanting. I am needing you here inside the absence of fear. Muscle and sinew, velvet and stone, this vessel is haunted. It creaks and moans, my bones call to you. Inside the absence of fear, there is this hunger, this restlessness inside of me. And I know that you're no stranger, you're my gravity. My hands will adore you through all darknesses. They will. I need you, need inside the absence of fear.
The belief is that by passing these rings, the energy and the love just permeate the wood and will go with them, and they'll have it with them for always. And I want to thank you so much for your participation. Like I said, my job was supposed to be to consecrate the rings, but what it wound up being was a congregation of consecrators. So thank you very much. They're going to throw a curve at me. They seem to want to say their vow. Apologize for that. So it says right here which they are.
When I first saw you, my eyes glowed. Everyone could see that. You know, today they can't. You're still there with people every day. A lot of it has to do with the way you see the world. Just appreciate all the tiny gifts. Take the time to stop and smell the roses and shake it. You see the best in people. You see the best in me. You see the worst in me. You still point out the worst. My love is more than flattering, it's humbling. Strive to be the man that you see. You've extended that love to those I love. I'm sure as wish from my father and brother to the men who love you. We'll not always, we'll make mistakes, and at times we'll strive to learn from them to love you better. this world. We're not perfect. Let's keep it. Changing of the rate. Cynthia Marie, repeat after me. With this ring, I do wed. Adele, repeat after me. With this ring, I do wed. Do you, Cynthia Marie, take Todd Helen as your lawfully wedded husband? And do you, Todd Ellen, take Cynthia Marie as your lawfully wedded wife? Mr. Todd, I do. I now pronounce you man and wife.
Oh, were we supposed to stop?
And now I would like to present to you Mr. and Mrs. Todd Sukup. Please accept my apologies. I forgot to say that Connor and Megan are Todd's children. For those that might not know, most everybody does, but I didn't want to omit that.
Don't forget. Oh, those are my kids.
Thanks, Mom.
Oh yeah, those guys over there.
Thanks you guys so much.
Thank you everyone for coming out.
How many times will you let me change my mind and turn around? I can't decide if I'll save my life or if I'll drown.
Hey, awesome job, Grandpa.
I see you I hope that you catch me, 'cause hello, dude. Are you It's coming down on me and I can't find a reason to be lost.
Got the best of both worlds. You're the kind of girl who can take down a body language, your shoddy cursive I've been reading. Your style is quite selective, though your mind is rather reckless. Well, I guess that just suggests that this is just what happiness is, yeah. And what a beautiful mess this is. Well, it's like we're picking up trash in dresses. Well, it kind of hurts when the kind of words you write kind of turn themselves into knives and don't mind my nerve. You could call it fiction, but I like being submerged in your contradictions, dear. 'Cause here we are, here we are. Although you were biased, I love your advice. Your comebacks, they're quick and probably have to do with your insecurities. There's no shame in being crazy, depending on how you take these words. I'm paraphrasing this relationship we're staging, yeah. And what a beautiful mess this is. Well, it's like we're picking up trash in dresses. Well, it kind of hurts when the kind of words you say kind of turn themselves into blades. And kind and courteous is the life I've heard, but it's nice to say that we played in the dirt, oh dear. 'Cause here we are, here we and what a beautiful mess this is. Well, it's like taking a guess when the only answer is yes. Through timeless words and priceless pictures will fly like birds, not of this earth. And tides they turn and hearts disfigure, but that's no concern when we're wounded together and we tore our dresses and stained our shirts. But it's nice today. Oh, the wait was so worth it. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. and Mrs. Suko. Wise men say only fools rush in, but I can't help falling in love with you. Shall I say, would it be a sin if I can't help falling in love
So now the dance floor is wide open. We're gonna play y'all some country music. Is that alright?